Hello VC, hello everyone, I hope everybody is doing alright and keeping well. So yeah, today is another highlights of the year sort of thing which I like doing. I'll also show off what I've got for Christmas as well. So yeah, let's see how it goes, shall we? First I'll just show off everything that I got for Christmas. So yeah, I didn't get much this year, I didn't really ask for much, but the first thing I got was this Star Trek set. This is the Star Trek the Motion Picture box set, which features all the versions of the films, of the original film. Yeah, nice set of Blu-rays and 4Ks, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that is really nice. It features the Director's Edition, which I had the pleasure of seeing the remastered version of this in the cinema a few years ago, which was incredible. This also contains the theatrical cut, which I haven't seen in years, so I would like to definitely revisit that. And it features the longer version, which is exclusively available to the UK versions. This is why this was a bit harder to get, and it's a bit out of print now. I managed to find it on eBay for a cheap price and as a Christmas present, so that was really, really handy. Anyway, what else did I get for Christmas? Well, aside from that really, I got another film. This is a David Lynch film called The Straight Story. Yeah, this is a really good film. I watched this a couple of months back originally actually, and at the time of recording I just watched this again a couple of hours ago. Yeah, with my dad, and we both enjoyed watching it. This is a really lovely film by David Lynch. One of my favourites, I'd say. So yeah, this is the imprint Blu-ray release. I have two Blu-rays of this. This is the one I got for Christmas, and I've got another one up there which I got for my birthday, which is the German 4K release. But this has different features, and I thought, hey, what the hell? Yeah, so that was another Christmas present. And the other thing that I got, which I can actually show you, is this David Bowie calendar. So yeah, I got this again from my folks, so that was really nice. Yeah, just features different pictures of the great man himself. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, legend. Anywho, that's all I've got to show for Christmas haul. I did get other stuff, but chocolates and gift vouchers and all that. You don't really want to see that, do you? Anyway, okay, let's move on to my favourites of the year. So we'll start with albums. I only listened to one new album this year, and that was Suede's new album, which is called Antidepressants. This is a really great record. Wow, can't say, I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It's a great record, very rough and ready, very, post-punk influenced, just brilliant record. This is the signed Banquet Records version, which I got. I also have the signed CD somewhere. I thought I put it there. No, but I do have the signed CD as well, which I also purchased, and that was really cool. So yeah, this is a really good record. Really happy to have it. Yeah, great record. Anyway, what should I move on to next? Favourite film. So my favourite film of the year, out of all that I saw really, to be honest, well, out of all that came out in 2025 anyway, was this film right here, Superman. This was a very, popular film when it came out, yeah, the James Gunn one. Really enjoyed this. I saw it twice in the cinema. I saw it in IMAX at the Odeon in Cardiff, and then I saw it at my local art centre. Both really fun. I thought it was just a really fun film, really good cast of actors, and yeah, I personally just enjoyed it, so there you go. Okay, favourite gigs. Well, I didn't go to many. I went to quite a few gigs actually, and I went to actually quite a few. So I'll just list off all the ones I went to, and then just say which ones were the favourites. So I went to see the Waterboys in May, at the end of May, which was a fantastic show. All I've got to show for that is the tickets. I went to see them live. They were absolutely fantastic. Just incredible live. Really good band. Played a lot of my favourites. Played Girl Called Johnny, Fisherman's Blues. Don't Bang the Drum was a huge surprise to hear them play that. The rock version. They usually do the version with Mike Scott on piano and is it Steve Wickham on violin, which is a great version, but to hear them rock it out and do that version was just incredible. An amazing set list of songs. Yeah, what a band. They came to Venue Cymru in Llandudno, so that was a really good gig. The next gig I went to was Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band at Anfield Stadium in June, about 2 weeks. Yeah, this was 2 weeks later. This was an amazing concert, and just, yeah, I don't know what to say really. It was a really good night. The only issues I have was the fact that me and my dad sat in the seats for Anfield, and the only issue I have with that, especially in a stadium, and which is why I'm not going to do it again, is that people were like standing up always and walking, you know, and going through to get something and all that. Just that palaver and bit of faff, really. I don't like that. So from now on, wherever I am, I'm standing at a stadium because that is much preferred. Personally, you get to jump around and that. So hey, yeah. But aside from that, it was a great night. I went on the Saturday night, so yes, I did see Paul McCartney live, and I will insert some pictures in here for you guys to see. It was an incredible show. He played a few which I wasn't. I'm trying to think. Did he play anything different? Yeah, he did play a few different songs. I think some of them I'd heard. Well, a lot of them I did hear on the previous concert I saw him at, which was in Cardiff in 2024, which was also a great night. He was just incredible, and to see McCartney come on stage, which was just amazing as well. That was incredible. It was a great night. The next one I went to was, again, a few weeks later. It was in Liverpool again. It was Holly Johnson at the Liverpool Arena, the M&S Arena, formerly the Echo Arena. I really enjoyed this concert. He played the majority of Pleasure Dome. Well, no, he played like a selection of tracks from Pleasure Dome. Opened with Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, and you've got Relax in there, Two Tribes, Americanos, you know, all those songs. Love Train, of course. Yeah. The Lightning Seeds were the support act, and I thought they were pretty good too, although they had a few sound issues from where I was sitting. But it was a really good night, though, a really good night. So yeah, Holly Johnson, finally saw him. I'd been waiting to see him for quite a long time, so that was really cool. Okay, what was the next one I went to? Was it in July? I'll save that one for a minute anyway. So we're going to move now till November, when I saw an amazing gig at the Liverpool Philharmonic Hall, again with my dad. This is the Damn Trilogy. Now, the Damn Trilogy was, basically, it was Dennis Davis and Carlos Alomar. Unfortunately, George Murray and Carlos Alomar. Unfortunately, the late great Dennis Davis is no longer with us, so he wasn't there to perform. But it was basically a tribute to the Damn Trilogy era, which is basically when David Bowie, they were basically the musicians that performed with Bowie on a lot of his albums, on his albums from 1975 to 1980. And that was an incredible period in music. This was an amazing gig. It was incredible. So many songs were played from here, which I never thought I'd ever hear in my life. You heard Secret Life of Arabia, Blackouts, Joe the Lion, you know, Look Back in Anger with Alomar doing that brilliant rhythm guitar whirl. Just incredible. Wow, it was an amazing concert, an incredible rendition of Heroes. Kevin Armstrong was also in the band, who was of course in Tin Machine and wrote the track Outside with David Bowie, so that was amazing to see him there. But it was just an incredible gig, and I highly recommend, if they tour again, do go see them. They are amazing live. just incredible. What a night. That was an amazing night. And now I'm going to talk about the 3 gigs which really stood out, and they took place from July to September. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Pet Shop Boys. I went to see Pet Shop Boys again at the Cardiff Castle. And this was an amazing night, and it was probably the best time I'd seen them since 2022, since the first time I saw them in Cardiff at the arena, which is still the best concert I've ever been to. This concert was really good, and it was just amazing to see them live. They really stood out. I think what felt different was the fact that that there had been that sort of it was only like a year since I'd seen them before, but I don't know, it all sounded a bit more fresher, and the sound, I don't know what it was. It was just a better experience than the previous 2 times I'd seen them. Yeah, just incredible. The songs still sound amazing. This is the same tour, and I've seen it now, you know, not a lot of times, but I've seen it about, well, 5 times. We'll get on to that in a minute, don't worry. So yeah, it was just amazing, and I met some lovely people along the way. I met Effie. I doubt she's watching this, but yeah, thanks for meeting you, Effie, on that train from Ludlow onwards, yeah. And this led me to go again to see Pet Shop Boys at the at Warwick Castle. And where is my little commemorative VIP thing, which was a bastard to get off? Yes, I did pay the VIP ticket. I found a reasonable price. I found, well, the cheap price anyway, the price I was willing to pay. So that was really handy. And I've got a badge somewhere. These are made by the Pet Shop Boys Please Facebook group. Thank you very much to the man who makes these. You're a legend. I had a Cardiff one, but I lost it in college. I was sent a replacement one, which was a bit grimy and dirty, but I've just kept that just in there. This is a really nice badge. Yeah, this was for Warwick. Yeah, incredible night. Warwick was a fantastic night. It wasn't as good as Cardiff, because by the end I thought, this is great, but I think this is my time to finish Dreamworld now. And it is. I feel like, unless they come to North Wales, so don't. Just kidding, Pet Shop Boys. You're welcome here anytime. But what I found really, I mean, I just kind of was like, yeah, this is the end for me now. But even though I was still thinking after that gig, after I got back from Warwick and went to my hotel in Birmingham, I was still thinking, you know, that was amazing. I can do it God knows how many times, but there's a time when you have to stop, and I think that has happened for me now. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, that was incredible, and the last gig, highlight gig anyway, I would say, was Suede. I went to see Suede at the Camp and Furnace in Liverpool. This was an incredible gig, the best time I've seen Suede so far. They were incredible. They played the majority of their new album and a couple of tracks from their more recent records, which was amazing to hear live. They were just incredible, full of energy as always. And Brett Anderson was in the crowd, and I got to pat him on the shoulder 2 times, which was really cool. And I met some lovely people in the queue when I was waiting to get in, and I met a lovely fella in the crowd as well. Hi, John. See you in February for the next Suede gig at the Montford Hall in Liverpool. It's going to be mega, isn't it? It's going to be ace. Anyway, so yeah. What else do I want to say on that front? Oh God, yeah. I actually met Brett Anderson and I met Simon Gilbert. They were lovely guys, really cool guys. I've got some pictures there to show you, so yeah, you'll see them now. They were incredible. They were just lovely people, really cool people. I don't know why, but I said to Simon the previous times I'd seen them, I said I was at Liverpool a few years ago. I was like, oh yeah. I was at Llangollen as well, which was quite funny. We did eventually meet Brett, and after various, me and the people I'd met anyway, we eventually met Brett around, I think, sometime about 5 minutes after he came out of the stage door. Loads of people were by him. I tried to get a photo with him. I was just like, okay. There were a few other fans there as well, a bit older fans, and kind of just said, you know, these guys want a picture with you. Just said that to Brett. Thank you very much, Samantha. Thank you. So yeah, that was really nice. And Brett did look at us, me and the 2 other people I'd made friends with him, and he was like, how old are you guys? It was just that sort of thing, you know. I was like, oh, I'm 25. Which was just, yeah, I think he was a bit surprised by the fact that we were quite young fans. Samantha did say afterwards to us, who was another, just basically this person was a Suede fan who, yeah, follows them around and that. She did say to us that, you know, Brett actually likes meeting the new fans, and yeah, that was really cool to hear. So yeah, that was really lovely to hear. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, I think that's it in terms of gigs. Yeah, that's it. I've talked all about the gigs. I've really waffled on this, but hey, I haven't done a video in ages, so there you go. Okay, what is the next thing to talk about? Favourite discoveries in 2025. Let's go on to the big one, shall we? Where the hell are they? I really got into this band, Meridian. I love Meridian. Misplaced Childhood. I've got a few others as well, probably. What is Script? I cannot seem to find my copy of it. Yeah, there's Script for you. yeah, an amazing band. I love Meridian now. I started listening to them in the summertime. Just got into their music, Misplaced Childhood, and then got into Season's End. Brave, an amazing album, an amazing record. I love Meridian, I really do. So yeah, this is all I've got for like vinyl stuff and that. And I will be seeing Meridian next year in Liverpool. I cannot wait. I'm really, really excited. Cannot wait to see them later next year. I have booked Pet Shop Boys as well for the Obscure show. I'm going on my birthday. Eee! It's going to be awesome. Yeah, cannot wait for that. 4 months to go. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait. I've waited for that Obscure. I've waited for a concert like Obscure for a long time. We all have, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, there you have it. Is that all really? Yeah, in terms of discoveries. Well, I'm going to talk about film discoveries as well. So, I really got into this guy. Rest in peace, by the way. So I really got into David Lynch. So yes, I just went down a rabbit hole this year and I bought all these like a madman. So yeah, I did really delve into David Lynch's work. This is the only film of his I haven't watched yet, which is Inland Empire. I went to see Mulholland Drive at the Picture House, which was something, really good film. I don't have it on me, but I saw Fire Walk with Me and Lost Highway at my local arts centre. Out of all the films I've seen this year, Lost Highway is probably the best out of everything I've seen. It was just an incredible experience as a film to watch it in the cinema, as was Fire Walk with Me. I also saw Wild at Heart as well at my local arts centre, because they just ran It ran two double bills of, you know, tributes to the great man himself. Twin Peaks, the limited event series, yeah. Twin Peaks, the series itself, which also has Fire Walk with Me in it. Yeah, I got both of these. Yeah, I know. Madman I am. So, yeah, I really got into David Lynch this year, so that was something. And I'm glad I got to experience some of his films in the cinema, and I know Cineworld are doing a few screenings. They're screening Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, and Wild at Heart, so I will absolutely be going to them. So, yeah. Anyway, is that everything? That is everything. Yeah, this is going to be a long one, so I'm sure I've edited it and all that anyway. So yeah, take care of everybody. Sorry for the murmurings and all that, but hey, I haven't done this in ages, what do you expect? Anyway, thank you all for watching. There probably will not be a video now for a while again. You know me, I just do this kind of half-assed these days. I do it when I want to. You know, life's moving in interesting and exciting directions finally. So yes. Anyway, stay tuned. I mean, I've got an idea for a video or two, so we'll see if I can do that in the next few months. Anyway, take care everybody, and bye-bye, and a Happy New Year.